the cooks' voices at their own request.
Y eso lo compras en la ferretería nomás.
The hardware shop.
See, I could be documenting this.
En bodegas de Culiacán.
This could be my job.
Bonnie, for the love of God.
Most of the
Just
chemicals
react.
are easy to
No,
find.
you're not gonna do that.
The rest can be imported from China.
So, okay, so you would go up to these guys doing fentanyl shit in their backyard, in the backyardigans. You're going to go to them and say, "Excuse me, sir, can you tell me how you do your fentanyl?" As Bonnie. "Yeah, I'm Bonnie on Twitch if you want to find me. So how do you do your fentanyl? I drove here to, and here's my chat. You could see them. What's your name?" And then they're going to be like, they're going to shoot you. And that's being nice if they shoot you, okay? Like,
Or what if they're like really friendly and like they're
I
misunderstood?
think that they're nice people.
They could be misunderstood.
They're just trying to make a buck. If anything, they would sell me.
Exactly. The nice thing they can do is shoot you.
It can be cooked almost anywhere. We've disguised the cooks' voices at their own request.
Y eso lo compras en la ferretería nomás. En bodegas de Culiacán.
A hardware shop is where they got the fentanyl shit.
Most of the chemicals are easy to find. The rest can be imported from China. Production.
It always goes back to China. So China's poisoning us, folks.
It's everyone. It's everyone.
It's not even Mexico. It's China.
It's everyone.
So everyone's just trying to poison Americans.
Well, everyone's trying to make a buck.
Everyone's trying to kill us.
And guess where the money is?
America. Killing us. Killing.
Ace hardware trip to China easy.
If everyone's getting Americans hooked on drugs, we got to do one better. Let's start doing casino slots.
And just hook everyone on casino slots.
So they don't do fentanyl.
Canada's already done that.
Well, I mean, we can do better. We can go to Morocco or something. Visit Pokey's family. There's opium wars. That's a.
Yeah.
It sounds like a show on Netflix.
That definitely is a show on Netflix. Yo, what up, Jimmy?
Jimmy!
Jimmy here.
Is quick. If a shipment is seized at the border, there's always more on the way.
1 in 5 gambling addicts commit suicide. It's worse than addiction. True, but I bet you fentanyl's probably worse.
I have been to narco labs before, but I have never seen anything like this. Huge quantities of pure fentanyl cooked daily. It's an opioid like heroin, but 50 times as strong. It can be diluted and made into pills, but often it's cut into other drugs to make them stronger. That is how most overdoses happen.
We've been told that there are 40 kilos of fentanyl here, ready to be sent.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. Like, this guy just has like an Amazon tapestry like up here, but like, how are you able to document this? Who lets you go in?
I think the people are nice.
It's like whenever I see like gangs who are just like, yeah, like, fucking film us driving these cars around, fucking shit up and shooting
I think
people.
they're nice.
Like, who allows
Who?
this?
Why?
Who do you contact? Like, what?
You
Is
have
there
to
like
give
a
them
PR
money. You have to
guy
give
for the
them money.
cartel? Who's
Oh.
You give them money.
Yeah, but like, who gets the money? The cartel leader? Like,
Whoever this guy is gets the money.
There's like a cartel PR guy who gets paid for this.
yeah, they have an email address and everything, like
not
a
fake.
Twitter handle. I just don't get it. Like, who? Whatever.
To the U.S., where they're buying
You could do this for content easily, and you could be like Chicago fentanyl.
is more than $500,000, but this amount of fentanyl is enough to kill a whole city.
Yeah, Chompy's gonna be in this documentary soon. You'll see.
See what he said?
Eso es lo más fuerte que hay.
How much fentanyl
O
is
sea,
enough to kill him?
¿cuánto de esto te
This much.
a whole city?
Wait.
It's more than $500,000, but this amount of fentanyl is enough to kill a whole city.
Está puro ahí. Ahí ya no se puede más fuerte.
Eso es lo más fuerte que hay. O sea, ¿cuánto de esto te mata? ¿Cuánto, un pedacito cuánto?
Yo no nada.
Unos granitos te matan.
Key ingredients from China are difficult to import directly into
They're not even
America,
allowed to touch it.
so Mexican cartels dominate production.
¿Piensas que tantos gringos estén muriendo por esto?
No, pues depende. Algunos dicen que se salvan.
He's just like, look how high on copium he is.
Pero por ellos,
It's their problem. I just work and that's it. You think they give a fuck?
Yeah, because I think they think that if they're not selling it, somebody else is gonna do it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because it's true.
Entonces tú piensas que la gente que se muere allá pues
Do you think people die over there because they don't know how to use it?
ellos no saben consumirla?
No.
Digo yo que sí. Mucho por equivocación que piensa que es cocaína y se muere con él.
These men have been cooking drugs since they were boys. The cartel life is pretty much all they know. They have little sympathy for the northern neighbors.
Ellos también mandan muchas armas para acá. La mayoría de las armas que hay aquí en Sinaloa son puras armas de para allá, de los gringos. Ellos mandan muchas armas para allá. ¿No? Entonces la mayoría de armas uno pues, igual busca la manera también.
Cooking fentanyl is now the most lucrative career for many young Sinaloan men. They hide their exact formula from me in case I try to steal it.
Darn.
Deberían de estar destinando fondos.
Mexico's
That
president
guy's reacting
has
on the
denied
bottom right.
multiple times that fentanyl is produced in his country. He blames American culture for the crisis.
Yo!
Mucha desintegración de las familias.
How did this not get on live
Mucho
stream fails?
individualismo. Hay falta de amor, de fraternidad,
Yeah.
de abrazos,
Of hugs?
de apapachos, de atención a los jóvenes.
Obrador
I don't know, their
campaigned
band
on
fucking sucks, though. You hear
demilitarizing
this shit?
Mexico. His slogan was hugs, not bullets. But he has vastly increased the military budget and power. More Mexicans have
He's gonna
died
tell us
during
this
his
family doesn't
presidency
know hugs.
than any others.
Ooh, a laser pointer.
In January, just days before
That's a lot of
a
laser
visit from
pointers.
US President Joe Biden, the military launched a pre-dawn raid in Culiacan. They were after one of El Chapo's sons, Ovidio. The cartel fought tooth and nail to stop the arrest. These were familiar scenes. In 2019, the military tried to
why are
arrest
people
Ovidio,
filming? Why don't you
but
help
were
more?
forced to release
I don't
him
know. I would
after
go in there
heavy
and
narco violence.
So you're a good
This
streamer,
time,
why?
the military held on to him,
good
but
bloggers.
Culiacan was once again left looking like a war zone.
Somebody has to film it so that other people are aware.
Nos llegó la noticia por el radio como a las 5 de la mañana de eso que estaba pasando. Y nos movimos
Oh my
por todo,
fucking God.
todo lo que teníamos.
That's
These are sicarios, elite hitmen who carry out the cartel's murders. They battle the military to hold on to their leader. The government says 10 military and 19 cartel gunmen were killed, but the sicarios say the death toll was much higher.
No, pues hubo un
So
enfrentamiento
let's just make
grande, la
sure.
verdad.
This is what you want to do.
Maybe it's just a phase. I'll just.
No, you said like you want to make a difference, so you want to go interview cartel leader guys who murder mass people, and you would get right next to them, Bonnie, and be like,
Yeah, it's
So-
journalism, right?
and you'd crack a joke, right? Probably.
I mean, journalists have to do this all the time, but, I wouldn't do this. No. Unless. Well, look at what Arab's doing. I'm so jealous.
You.
Except he's like being a crazy person. He's an idiot.
Why don't you try something? Stop trying to be anything in life, and why don't you just start playing like Valorant, like every other girl? You want to queue up?
Do you regret what you said yet?
Yeah.
Take it back.
I regret saying that. Sorry. Wrong website. She's someone that could do anything she wants.
Yeah.
Bonnie's the best. She's great. She's awesome. And I think that Bonnie can rule the world. And I think she can go meet the Mexican cartel and interview them.
Forget it.
Wait, if I met this guy, you know what would be funny? I'd probably get canceled and in trouble with live stream fails. They'll be like, why is he hanging out with somebody that's a bad person? So true. Why is Mizkif always getting around these kind of people? Dude, Austin! Oh, look who's got a show going on tour and now comes to try to show it off. Look who it is, folks. Hasn't been here in months. Second he announces the show, he finally is back to tell us he snacks on his own weeder. I don't even think Atlanta's around anymore, Austin. He waited for you so long. He probably snacks on his own weeder now.
How you doing? How you doing?
So, you don't need to move to make good content. You know what me and Austin are going to do? We're going to go find, because remember I crashed? Yeah, he definitely did bit his dick off, for sure. Me and him are going to go find a used car on stream.
Oh, nice. That's smart.
You say that like it's a bad idea.
No, it's just that you've been talking about it for a while behind the scenes.
Yeah. Oh, chat, me and Austin are going to go find a car.
It existed.
And then he's going to use that car to travel the country, and he's going to go and do Austin's show live.
Are you going to be able to talk it down? You have to talk the price way down.
No, Austin's going to talk it down. Literally, I'm just going, and he loves negotiating. Go to the Marriott with him.
The Arabs are great negotiators.
He'll negotiate like the candy they give you at the front door. Like it's insane. Name your price, folks. Name your price is going to be it's going on tour. Austin, can I be in that?
That'd be sick.
Can I be in the show?
Austin, do you want to do Broadway? I'm going to have a Broadway show.
Yeah, okay, I'm down. Wait, Austin, she's going to have a Broadway show, by the way.
Woo!
Okay, yeah. So see, look.
Yeah, you have to explain it.
Why don't you do a whole Broadway show on Broadway about trying to make it to Broadway?
Yeah, genius.
That's definitely a Broadway show, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Wait.
Is it Cats?
I think it's called Broadway.
No. I was about to say, there's definitely a Broadway show about getting to Broadway. Right? What's it called?
Is it called Broadway? Oh.
Someone said it's called Blue's Clues. Chad, what's it called?
La La Land? No, it's not La La Land. It's called, Rent. No, Rent was good. They don't know.
Chad, do you guys go to Broadway?
I don't think they've been to Broadway.
Marriott is mid. What's in Austin says, so was your mom. Austin, you've been hanging out with Hassan a little bit too much, man. Mom jokes, come on. Or maybe you got that information from Hassan. He's killed 60 people.
No, pues siempre se siente mal porque
we feel bad that they managed to take that.
Para uno porque hay otra gente más mala que se quiere meter acá con uno y
how do we go from Broadway to fentanyl?
También con uno, la verdad, y te das cuenta que es una
there are other
protección
people that are worse.
para toda la gente de la ciudad.
Dude, these guys always, whenever it comes to any of this, they go like, yeah, but this guy's worse.
Yeah.
They do the whataboutism bullshit.
That's reasoning.
Miz, how does your hairline look better?
He drew it.
I remember when we were kids and we'd sneak out with your parents' vodka, laying grass fields, watch shooting stars, yeah. We were collecting memories. So you were my first love, but my one and only. That warmth is coming back around. Oh, flames are sparkling, our eyes connected.
Well, it's the life.
Austin, I'm getting Botox soon. Oh, never mind, he said.
I asked the gunmen how they feel about killing people on behalf of the cartel, and they told me that they consider themselves soldiers.
And they told me who asked.
Against the Mex
What?
Soy milk prevents you from going bald.
Soy milk is disgusting, and I'll never drink it.
I'm just saying, maybe that's why you're going bald.
No, I'm going bald because of all these kind of comments I get in the chat nonstop.
Yeah.
Mexican state.
Guzmán mi apellido es Ovidio, su padre de niño, le apodo el ratón. Es hombre con mucho cerebro y es hijo del Chapo.
Is this the music I dance to on the top 100 Spotify songs?
Ovidio's story is immortalized by so-called narco corridos, songs based on traditional Mexican folk ballads. But in Sinaloa, they glorify drug lords.
Yeah, let's go to Mexico, folks. Let's go to fucking Mexico.
There's good places in Mexico, surely.
Surely there's good places in Mexico.
Surely there are good places in Mexico.
This is Portland, Oregon, the city where every drug is legal.
Somehow, we're not going to Portland. Portland went downhill since
Yo, what?
This is Portland, Oregon, the city where every drug is legal.
Crime is down.
Because they have a crime. Dude, Markiplier, what are you doing over there?
Crime is down.
Portland. What? It's not that. Austin.
Drug addiction, homelessness, crime. Perhaps a few side effects of decriminalizing every drug. Or so I think. Many believe this city is a government experiment gone wrong. But how did this all happen and what can be done to fix it? So I met up with Kevin, a social worker born and raised in Portland whose life mission is to save this city before it's too late.
I'm born and raised Portland, Oregon. I've worked in social services a couple decades now, primarily working with the homeless. I have watched as this has grown into a legitimate crisis. I believe we can.
What?
I go on YouTube and I search the city and I do like walking and I do from time and date and I see like people walking around on YouTube. They just like have like random people will be walking down
You
the
have
street.
so much time. What's going on with you?
It's just if I want to go there, I look at it. I know, I'm stuck in this house all day.
And solve this with just applying a little bit of common sense, a little effort, and a lot of passion. Those are 2 fentanyl users right there. We're already
Oh my God.
part of it.
I've
In
never
this
seen
one
something like
block
this.
radius, there's at least 50 camps. You're going to see a lot of over.
Oh, I think I did see something like this when I was at the Marriott.
Marriott.
Right. I think I did. LA has it really bad too. I legit thought this was LA. LA was terrible.
San Francisco is awful right now. Almost all the stores in Civic Center are shut down. I saw a walking tour of it.
Oh, I heard that San Francisco's really bad right now.
Isn't that shut?
Yeah, I heard, well, people are breaking and entering in the cars, and they're just like stealing shit and they're just running away.
All the stores are shut down.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Well, San Francisco fucking sucked.
Well, it was really nice, but you know, I had a friend there, and they were paying $8,000 a month for rent, but that's because their company was paying them so much. But normal people can't pay that.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. You said $8,000 a month rent, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just completely disconnected from.
I'm an asshole.
Overdoses out here. I carry Narcan, which is an opioid blocker. Because of Measure 110, this decriminalized all drug use. It's now just an open-air drug scene. Well, smash and grabs are very common in Portland. We have a lawlessness city now.
Yeah,
we
that's
have
exactly what
cops
San
that
Francisco
can't even pursue. They're not even really allowed
Holy
to because
shit.
it's not serious enough. And we're going to walk past the Chinese Garden here to an encampment. In any major encampment, there's a mayor, which is a homeless person who's in charge of the encampment. I'm going to introduce you to one of the mayors. Be a little discreet with the camera until
I hope
we
he
say
has a
hi.
top hat.
So I don't know these two.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
Put it down. Put it down. Kevin?
I want to see if JB and Kate.
Yeah, you guys on all right.
Right now.
All right, well then we walk away. Well, I've been here longer than you, brother.
I feel like I'm watching Fuji stream.
Hey man, I'm Kevin.
Yeah. Well,
Kevin is
He went right up to him.
Oh, did he move?
He went right up to him.
Where's K9?
Let's go. You are the boldest man I've ever met in my life. I'm going to be honest.
So what it appears is that we have a leadership change, and I noticed that right away because I didn't.
What if this guy's just a fentanyl user who's insane, who thinks that all this is supposed to be happening when they're just the normal homeless people?
Is them?
The new mayor's been reelected.
Either he's been reelected or he just took the office. You know.
What was the likelihood of him using physical violence to beat her up?
Yeah, I'd say there was a high likelihood.
Yeah.
He did have his knife out, and luckily we got away. Yeah, I've been here multiple times the last couple years, and I've built a really strong rapport with these people. And I've only been gone here for a week. I know of a homeless camp that's about.
So what do you think would happen if?
Disassociating.
Yeah, this guy does not want to be there. What do you? He's like, this YouTube video is not worth it. What do you think would happen if you did this, Bonnie? You're like, where's K9 with your little Blue's Clues handy dandy notebook as you walk up there, and you're like, I want to interview K9.
You know what's interesting about this though is that journalists, especially female journalists, I think that they have a little bit of advantage because they don't come off as intimidating.
Yes.
Call me sexist.
No, you're 100%
I
right.
think that might be like psychologically.
Yeah, people they'd rather talk to women. They would rather talk to men.
There's a lot of female journalists.
Well, also people would perceive men more as probably cops or pigs, when women are probably perceived more as like neutrals.
Yeah, and I think a lot of things, but
You do think a lot because you sit
lot.
inside all day.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Until I don't.
Until you're not going to.
A mile and a half from here, and a guy has shotguns in the trees where if you step the wrong place, it's going to shoot you.
And this was the moment I realized Kevin is insane. How many other times have you been assaulted?
I've been stabbed twice. I've been punched multiple times. I've had needles shoved into my back, hypodermic needles, so I had to get tested for HIV. Had a guy try to cut my head off with a machete last year. He chased me full speed. And the only reason I lived is because I dove last second as he swung. And after we called the police and he was arrested, he said, I was trying to kill you because I wanted to be murdered by the police. So I got hit once. He was upset I was filming him. The reason why I was filming him is because he was committing a crime. Right? Punched me again, knocked me to the ground.
People at rock bottom are kind of the scariest because they don't have anything to lose.
Yeah, but this guy needs to stream.
Yeah, why is he doing this? What's he doing? I don't understand.
He's trying to save Portland, apparently, but like...
Save him how?
I don't know. Like, this guy needs to go live.
Hit in the head, got kicked, and then he walked away.
No! What is he doing?
You're a patient guy, you gotta say.
You know, they're hearing voices, command voices that might say, I need to kill Tyler.
After hearing how many times Kevin's nearly been killed out here doing this, we went downtown to talk to some drug addicts to figure out how this all happened.
So what's going on here? Is this fentanyl use?
Well, I'm gonna go talk with him really quick.
Okay, this looks like someone stripping.
Looks like one of those NPCs that gets glitched.
Hey, I'm with my friends. I was wondering if you would want to talk to him for a second for $5. Is this something you would want to do, dear? No? Okay. So this is, you know, she is severely mentally ill. She's holding a fentanyl pipe, and as you see, her pants are completely down.
Oh, I see. I did not know this.
And, you know, she really is someone who needs serious mental health treatment, and she's not getting it out here. So fentanyl has completely replaced almost all other drugs. It got really popular the last couple of years. Started, we think in Philadelphia.
Origin point is Philadelphia, Kensington, where we went?
That's what we believe. Trink and Fetty really started there. Because you use needles.
So what's going on here?
He seems to be symptomatic, so I'll go say hi to him and see if I can offer him a cigarette. Right?
These two people as well seem to be tripping, doing fentanyl or what?
Yeah, and right in front of, you know, a bar and grill.
Bar and grill.
A lot of businesses around here are closed down because of the crime, because of the drug use. This is my friend Tyler.
How you doing?
I see you're holding a fentanyl straw. Do you want to share with me when you started using fentanyl? Almost everybody on the streets now are using fentanyl.
Are they really?
Yeah.
How long you been out here?
A while. I don't remember the exact date for how long.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you, is anybody out here helping you get off the streets?
Nope.
Take care of yourself, man.
How you doing, sir? So you're doing fentanyl right now, yeah?
I was loading some speed.
Do you do any other drugs besides speed?
Yeah, I mean, I do drugs. Occasionally.
Okay. What are we talking here? Fentanyl?
Mushrooms, LSD. I like MDMA, MDA, 2CB, 2CB7, 2CI, 2CE.
It's a lot of drugs, yeah.
Damn, this guy's got a lot of shit.
Approaching you and offering help, you know, like outreach workers.
So you feel like no one's really giving you help out here?
When you're homeless, you have to like have a house to get a job.
Sure.
You can't do it the other way around. Be able to shower before work.
This is what Assange should be doing if he wants
You're
to
gonna be able
help.
to sleep and get up at that time.
Yeah, but how would he be able to run
Afraid
ads?
to be out here at night?
I mean, sometimes like a week ago, I was sleeping in my sleeping bag, and I set up someone yelling at me, and he started socking me in the face. I couldn't walk the other day. And
Imagine Assange on the streets talking to some.
You bring the sunshine, all right now. Feel it now, yeah. You bring the sunshine, all right now.
Buddy, and he's like, by the way, boys, we're at the top of the hour.
There's an ad break.
As the guy's like a junkie on the street he's interviewing, there's an app top of the hour if you want to go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
The hospital, they like kicked me out, and I had an episode where I couldn't even get up at the hospital, and they're just like, bye. I felt very underwhelmed and underappreciated.
The people out here.
He's breathing unnaturally. You okay, brother?
Okay. Hey, Stu, you good?
You okay, bro? Okay.
Yeah,
He's falling asleep.
He deep breathes.
Okay.
And like seriously,
Yeah.
these cold nights that we've had,
Oh,
if
Russell.
people weren't high.
Oh, I think, yeah, Russell kind of brought it in.
Russell came in and was like, I should have done
Thank you for your
crack.
time, Johnny. Appreciate it. The situation for these homeless seemed brutal, but how did Portland get to this point? As we walked around the corner, I saw another guy injecting a needle into his arm.
My name's Tyler, Jay. Good to meet you. Jay, what are you shooting up here? Xylazine?
No.
No?
They're old-fashioned white boy meth.
Got it.
How long you been out here? How long you been homeless in Portland?
I've been homeless since '96.
So 1996.
Jay, how dangerous is it out here on these streets?
It's gotten a lot worse. Just in the last year, I've seen 3 different shootings where somebody's been shot and killed.
Hey, brother.
How you guys doing?
Number one thing homeless people need.
You think it's
Well,
housing?
this guy's got a ride.
17,000 ghost houses in this city.
And most are telling us that no one's out here really approaching you all.
Stealing everybody's stuff.
You have people steal from you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
This guy's like a character from Borderlands.
They are the worst. Rapid response goes into people's camps, gives them 72 hours to get out. And if they're not out in that 72 hours, they take everything they own and they got to start over again. There shouldn't be anybody homeless right now. $3.2 billion. If I had that money, I'd bought all those houses.
This guy's definitely an A.
Needed a home.
Once you give them the home, what happens next with the drug price?
That's up to them. It's going to take at least 5 years for them to get adjusted.
Okay, so what if they don't pay their bills and they fall further into addiction and use the homes or destroy it?
That's the risk with dealing with humans.
I'm an addict.
Yeah.
I've been out here 48 years homeless off and on.
While the homeless here clearly felt left behind by the city, what led to so many of them ending up on the streets in the first place?
Have a great day. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, hey brother. Does your family know you're here? No? Okay. How old are you? You're 22? Okay. You know, you can recover from this. You know this, right? You know how to get into a shelter? Let's try to go into a shelter tonight and see how it works. Will you? Please?
With a 22-year-old kid on the streets, barely able to speak anymore, common sense would argue drugs have an obvious and major role in this homelessness crisis. But what is the city doing to help this?
So Kevin, you said the shelters, so there are places these people could go to?
The shelters, you get stolen from more in the shelters than you do out here. You can live in a tent in a park, or you can go to a shelter where there's 91 bunk beds in one large room with no air conditioning, where people are coughing all night. There's some people living right under here, and I just want to introduce you to them if they're still here. So
It smells immediately like.
I know.
Hey there, how you doing, man? I noticed you have a suitcase. Is that what you used to carry all your things? And you move from place to place every night?
Yeah, it's just a blanket, some cans.
How easy is it to get your hands on fentanyl out here?
Oh, crazy.
And you know what this is, of course.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to use one of these on yourself or someone else? Or
Yeah, somebody's had to use it on me like 5 times.
how many times have you tried to quit?
No, I need to be brutally honest with you. This isn't going to last. You're not going to last another year or two out here, brother.
I'm not.
You'll be dead in a year if you don't stop. You know this, right? Please. Would you go into a shelter or go into treatment or detox?
Yeah, he looks so good.
I go to shelters.
And there's a shelter right here.
I know where it is.
Okay, right on.
So we see a lot of people in wheelchairs with the unable to walk that are stuck out here homeless.
Yeah, son, why haven't you done
And they're,
anything
of
for all
course,
these
the
guys?
ones being victimized more than anybody. They're assaulted because they can't chase them, run away, any of that. And that's very common, sadly.
Kevin, what is this right here? Blanchett House
I don't know, you gotta blame
Hospitality?
Has been offering food to the homeless for decades.
Okay.
Look, I'm all about helping a person meet their basic needs, but let me ask you this.
Yep.
If you feed a person 10 years in a row, have you done them any good? You got to teach a man to fish.
And out of nowhere, we heard this in the distance.
And I'm like, you know what? That's actually true. This is neglect. Yeah.
Let's go.
So that was a gunshot.
Okay, let's go.
So let's go.
So how often do you hear gunshots out here, and who just got blipped?
Well,
Who just got what? Lip?
Someone just got shot, you
I don't know.
think?
He's
I don't know, but
trying
that
to
was a
sound cool.
gunshot.
Okay, you're used to it.
Well,
Who got
yeah,
clip
I mean,
clapped?
you hear 'em.
It was pointed at us?
Lip.
Okay.
It did actually come from the camp we were kicked out of an hour ago when the guy pulled a knife on us. You know, murders are common out here. I mean,
Does this
one
guy
way
have
to
a-
get
this guy
away
has
with
a
murder
death
out here
wish. He's not gonna
is
fuck.
to call it an overdose. This happened to one of my clients recently. Is they put 2 fentanyl pills in his drink, and he wasn't a user and died of an overdose. It was, you know, the fentanyl powder. And they put it in his drink. Actually, they did it sort of as a joke. He overdosed and died.
So we're not going to get fentanyl overdosed.
There's a 60% chance that's not going to happen.
And you have Narcan in case I touch it or Pasha touches it or you touch it?
Yeah, I'm prepared.
But tell me about decriminalization of drug use in Portland.
Portland, or really the state of Oregon,
Yeah, I
decided to
trust him.
decriminalize drugs was because some had argued that we shouldn't make drug use punitive and that we need to offer treatment. And that sounds great.
But Portland took inspiration from places like Portugal and the Netherlands, places that successfully decriminalized drugs. But the big difference between them and Portland is that they had rehabilitation systems in place that they proved to work before they did it. Kevin thinks that Portland forgot to include
Recovery, detox, treatment, all that that stuff that they promise really isn't happening. A person who's using drugs oftentimes have gone through a trauma. And so what they lack is rational thinking. And so people who already make poor choices are unable to really stop using anyway, but now you've given them the freedom to use as much as they want.
Sure.
And that's terrifying.
But why did the people of Portland vote for this? So we went to Fentanyl Fountain to ask the locals their opinion on the decriminalization of drugs.
This is the fountain. Fentanyl fountain?
Of course, any other day of the week, it's going to be a completely different scene here.
Does it get worse throughout the week?
Yeah, they come here Friday night and just sweep everybody and clean it up. Yeah, and then the vendors come here and set up shop.
How long have you been out here in Portland?
Almost 20 years.
You were here before and after decriminalization?
Wait, a vendor?
I was, and it got progressively worse for a number of years, but they're definitely cutting the meth with fentanyl. There'd be people running around that were really happy in the morning, just losing their shit in the afternoon.
Yeah. How does this place change after today?
Bro, you gotta be the biggest asshole to sell this shit. That's crazy.
There are quite a lot of wandering.
You gotta be the
people who
worst.
Don't have homes that do spend a lot of time here.
Definitely have seen a lot of downtown businesses really struggling, not necessarily with the
you're basically
legalization of
murdering
drugs,
people.
but just people camping in their doorways.
The government does
You've
it!
been in Portland for many years?
My whole life.
Okay, got it. So you've seen Portland before decriminalization and after?
Sure.
Have you seen any impact on downtown or? Okay.
I hope you guys have an awesome day.
Oh, okay. Whoa. You too. Okay, we're noticing some general resilience, but
well, there is because about 60%.
That's how McNamara died.
I didn't know that. They're not going to change their opinion.
I feel like the decriminalization of drugs turned into the decriminalization of crime. You know, when you need help, the police don't show up.
Do you support the decriminalization of drugs here?
Yeah, of course I do, because it's no longer like the jails aren't filling up with junkies.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. Drugs aren't best. Preferred for the people that can properly use them.
Do you use drugs harder than out here?
Unfortunately, yes. I take breaks.
Okay.
And not everyone can do that. Out here, I mean, people are still dying. I died last week.
So you got hit with the Narcan, or?
Yes.
It doesn't work very well? Said it didn't work.
I had to have injectable.
Okay. And you almost died?
I did die.
Oh, you died and you were brought back. Does that scare you, or does it lead you to be like, damn, I should stop using, or is it just so hard to the withdrawal syndromes or whatnot?
All three.
Yeah, we've both died a couple times. That's why we've chosen not to mess with fentanyl anymore.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
I'm currently unhoused because my wallet, ID, and phone were stolen a few months ago. It is impossible to get an ID when you are homeless. I want to work a job. I want to live inside. I was thrown out of my parents' house. I didn't use. They kicked me out for being queer and openly coming out to them. And then I had one argument with her. I told her to F off. The next day, she bought me a Greyhound ticket, sent me here. I have nothing. It's been 3 months since then. I was reported missing by someone on my TikTok account, not by them. They know where I am. They sent me here to be homeless, to die on the streets because I'm queer. I worked at a homeless shelter and came out as a she, they, non-binary, gender-fluid individual. I told them she, they. It's no longer she, her, she, they. And then I was fired.
There were a lot of mixed opinions on the legalization of drugs, but the impact on downtown Portland was unavoidable.
How you guys doing?
Word!
All right.
While everyone else was busy getting high, Kevin wanted to show me another camp where someone tried to kill him.
Here a few weeks ago, and there was a very unhappy person who tried to physically.
So, like, do you still want to be like a reporter or something? Broadway sounds better than this. Come on.
Oh, I mean, this matters, you know.
This does matter.
It's just an option.
They assault us who was living here, so that's why I was just saying be a little mindful of that.
So look at that. You see those two propane tanks?
Oh yeah, and that's what causes the tent fires.
Got it.
And the explosions.
Hi there. Good to meet you.
I just want to learn more about this crisis and kind of where we went wrong.
There's a lot of different steps to that issue.
Complex.
Yeah, like
I didn't drink your water, my bad.
You know, every other.
I actually just stole your water. I don't care. I stole your fucking water. Oh my god! Wait, what?
You're the worst.
Someone that walks by is asking for Fetty or whatever, or blues.
Do you feel safe out here?
Lately, not so much anymore.
And why is that?
Stories
I don't know. Shall I her hands blue?
Full assault and that sort of thing, or?
Well, not just that, like murder, actual murder.
Oh, murder. Okay. If we were to go out to where we went earlier today, at night, what would we hear? What would we see?
You're going to hear screams, usually sexually assaulted. You know, I interviewed a homeless guy just a couple days ago. It says, I hear blood-curdling screams every night, and the most terrifying thing is when the screams abruptly stop. There is a known serial rapist that has been going to 10 to 10 a night, raping as many women as he can. I've interviewed 5 different women who have been raped by the same person in the same area.
And the police haven't done anything about it?
Well, none of the women have pressed charges because they're scared he will kill them. His nickname is the Viper.
Life seemed harsh and dangerous for the homeless people in downtown Portland. But without reliable housing to go back to, reporting certain criminals means they'll have to return back to camps to face those who assaulted them in the first place. But what about the homeless people who have moved to the outskirts of Portland?
What's going on here?
Well, this is the infamous long line of RVs. Sure, we're going to be able to count at least 100 of them.
Yep. Look at all these RVs.
Where are the services to help these people? The fact that there's families out here stuck in RVs in the middle of summer is just really unacceptable.
As we drove past hundreds of RVs with homeless families living in cars, I realized that homeless people were living anywhere here to survive.
There was a couple families living in these tunnels that kind of go underground Portland.
Okay. But even among the homeless, hierarchies, status, and power have developed in unexpected ways.
All right, we've made it.
Right across the way, these are $1 million condos. It's where the homeless live, and they have the identical view. Really incredible architecture.
Yeah, that is fucking sick.
Hello? Anybody home? Hello?
So no one's home?
Probably not.
Is it risky for us to be here?
Well, yeah, I don't want to invade their space too much.
There's like a machete and an axe right there. All right, let's get out of here. And they've kind of finessed the system by not buying $1 million property over here and just, building one instead.
So this is literally tens of thousands of pieces of driftwood, and someone has tunneled in, and there's a camp inside of here.
Whoa, that's crazy. And they have boats right here to go on the water and explore.
This would be like a 600-foot, one-bedroom apartment.
So how many people do you think live in these communities with max